Welcome back to the WhyStopNow podcast. Got your boy Eyes back over here. How you doing, Wise?
Dude, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Can't complain too much. It's stupendously hot out today, but
Well,
we got good AC, so we're chilling.
it rained here for 5, 6 days in a row. I just saw the sun for the first time since Friday. Seriously, the
That's
first time since it rained 5.5 inches in the span of since Friday.
we could
Actually, in the
definitely
span
use
of
that.
72 hours, it's rained 5.5 inches.
We could definitely use that rain.
Yeah, when you're in Utah, rain didn't come about like that, my friend. Miss those southern showers.
Yeah,
Which have become a little bit too often around here. So
I do
we'll
miss those
gladly.
southern showers.
Yeah, I remember I FaceTimed you. It was raining. Be like, yo, look, it's raining, but then it just didn't stop. Anyways, talk to me. Talk to me. What's going on in the sports world? There's a lot. There's actually a decent amount going on between like the ESPN stuff, the Rory Mcilory stuff, and I mean the absolutely absurd amounts being spent on rosters.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like we should kick it off with the absurd amount college football teams are paying players right now.
Yeah, I mean, we already knew everybody was getting a big paycheck, but there's something called the Texas Premium, where because you're going to go play ball in Texas, that school is pretty much going to give you 30% more just to come play at that Texas school. We're talking Texas Tech, Texas A&M, University of Texas at Austin, those type schools, because I mean, you're playing in Texas where all the money's at.
Yeah,
And it's kind of messed up, in my personal opinion. But I think I'm just a biased, salty fan whose team didn't get the recruits that they wanted to get due to a Texas school getting them.
yeah.
I mean, Texas has been racking them up, but they're still not leading the recruiting. They're not leading. They're not number one in
Who
recruiting.
who is number one?
On
Who's
247, Georgia's number one. Southern California is right there, which is impressive.
oh that's
Right. I mean, Lincoln Riley's making absolute bank. They paid this man so much money to come out there from Oklahoma, and he's done jack squat. They've been irrelevant. They've done nothing. Nothing.
you're not wrong.
Name one thing. I mean, if Lincoln Riley was a player, they could retire his jersey, and he's done less than Shador Sanders did to get a jersey retired.
That's that's an insane statement.
But seriously, Lincoln Riley's done nothing. So for him to be second recruiting, this is something right here pretty big. Honestly, they're number one on some sites, number two on 247sports.com, which is a site I've been using for as long as I can remember. So,
It seems like the mid 2000s teams are starting to come back. SoCal, Texas. All we
Notre
need now is
Dame.
Notre Dame. All we need now is Florida to do something wicked, and it'll be right back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. Florida has a lot of good they have done great in recruiting. They just had a onslaught of a schedule last year.
Dude,
And that was with Florida State being absolute buns.
garbage.
And they still had a ridiculously hard schedule in the
Yeah,
end. Beat Ole Miss, took Ole Miss out of their playoff chances. Boom, done. If Lagway doesn't get hurt against Georgia, I think Georgia loses.
which is a big statement coming from you.
But I'm serious. That's the momentum was there. They had every reason to beat Georgia right there. Georgia was not playing good ball either, and Lagway was killing them. So with that being said, all that Florida could be good this year. I expect them to be pretty serious contenders in the SEC. Maybe not to win the championship in the SEC, but to definitely disrupt some things.
Yeah. Wonder who I'm actually kind of excited to see how they do this year? South
The
Carolina.
South Carolina Gamecocks. How'd I know? Yeah, I'm
They're
excited to
they're
see
either,
how they're going to
they're
do
either going to
too.
come out and they're going to kill it, or it's going to be all hype for no reason.
There's a lot of
They
hype.
have a lot of hype coming right now.
Lenore Sellers had a very high completion percentage, but he just didn't. His now my man could scramble out
Yeah,
of the pocket. Oh gosh, he could take one deep, 50, 60 yards to the house.
I mean, in the most recent years, I can't think of anyone from South Carolina that has this type of hype since
No,
Clowney.
gosh, yeah, literally. I was gonna say not a quarterback. There's not a
No,
quarterback that's had this type of hype from South Carolina.
no, there was one. What was his name? It was around the same time as Clowney. There was a really good quarterback. They had actually a really good quarterback.
He
I
did
can't.
not have this amount of hype
No,
though.
not this amount of hype, but
Connor
he was.
Shaw,
Connor Shaw was good, but it wasn't him. It was
was it
right. I think it was.
Garcia?
Yeah, it was Garcia.
Yeah,
Garcia had a lot of.
Garcia was nice.
He was nice.
Garcia was nice. I wouldn't give him the hype that.
No, he doesn't have
Yeah.
Sellers hype, but he did.
Yeah.
He was a pretty hyped quarterback
He beat
for
Alabama.
South Carolina. Yeah,
Yeah, he beat Alabama. Yeah, that was a big win for the Gamecocks. I remember that.
but yeah,
But
other than Sellers and most recent years, Clowney's he's probably the next highest hyped since Clowney.
they're like the only two.
Marcus Lattimore was pretty hyped.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, was he ever put in Heisman talk? No.
That's fair. That's fair.
These the only like Sellers is getting Heisman talk. That's big time.
I don't know.
They were all
I think if Marcus Lattimore hadn't have got hurt when he did, he would have gone on to do some nasty
yeah.
things.
Sellers also is just a freshman last
Yeah.
year. He still has 2 more years.
So for him to
That's
come
South
out and
Carolina.
already have this much hype,
They've got hype. They got Dylan Stewart on the other side of the ball. I've been hyping him since we started recording this, before
yeah,
we even started recording.
yeah,
Since the first game that he played last year, where, by the way, South Carolina played terribly against Old Dominion.
dude.
We didn't know. We don't know.
We thought their season was done.
We know they were cooked. And then we're talking about them right now in the sense that we're talking about them. Yes, I'm excited for them too. And Sellers could have taken money to go somewhere else, and he stayed. I like that.
Didn't they pick up Sellers' brother, wide receiver?
Yeah, they
Wasn't he like
got
a
him.
3-star, or was he a
He's like a
4-star?
3-star. Yeah, they're from Florence, so
Yeah.
they're from South Carolina. So keep it in the state. I like that. And they got a good receiver, Mazio Bennett from Greenville High,
Oh,
who is he had a good year last year, and this year could be a breakout year for him over there at South Carolina. So I'm looking for him to do big things. Could be on my local spotlight for the year. Upstate provides a lot of options to choose from, so it's not
Upstate
hard to
pretty dominant
find.
when it comes to football.
It's not really hard to find somebody big like it might be for basketball, but it's not even that hard in basketball. But I want to shift things just a tad to golf. I know that's a wild switch because we're
It's
getting
a
hyped.
very
We're getting hyped for college football, but golf's not over. It's about to
we only have a
be.
few more big events
Right.
left in the
All the
golf season.
majors have been played. The playoffs are starting, and my one bone to pick is that Rory Mcilory is not playing in this event, Cam, and that
Dude, you
bothers
can't
me
stand
so
this man
much.
so much. The
I'm,
only time I've seen you talk about anything positive when it comes to him is when he won the Masters.
which was a great accomplishment.
That was, but other than that, I don't think I've ever heard you say anything positive.
He's a good golfer. He's a great golfer, world class golfer.
That he is.
I think he feels entitled to not talk to the media sometimes. He's made comments like that. There's just been things as of recent, really, that have kind of pushed me as a fan. And in the wrong direction. Part of me feels bad for him because he was like the poster child of the PGA Tour whenever it first became PGA versus Live,
Yeah,
and he was kind of the one who would make comments in the offense towards Live and kind of defend the PGA Tour. So he kind of took that role kind of upon himself. But he was the biggest name. Scheffler wasn't as big as he is now,
no.
and Scheffler's not going to be that guy either. So yeah, I
Scheffler
mean,
very much just wants to go out, play golf, win, and go home.
right, and
He's
I
like
mean,
he's like Jokic in the golf world.
yeah, literally. But Rory, I don't understand how the PGA Tour. This is a big miss by the PGA Tour. They got signature events where the top players on tour are required to show up and play at the signature events. But now the playoffs are starting, where points are now 3, 4 times more. The end result is a $25 million prize. And there's like, I don't know the logistics of it all. I'm pretty sure he's so set that he will make it to week 2.
Yeah,
And there's 3. They finish at East Lake in Atlanta. But anywho, he's set, but still, it's the playoffs. It's like saying the Thunder are just gonna sit out the first round and not play whoever was the 8th seed and just show up in the second round, ready for action. Now, granted, Thunder might have not been the best team to use because they played the Grizzlies and that was an awful series.
that was a
And they
horrendous
probably
series.
could have just showed up in the second round and it wouldn't have made any difference. But the Thunder were first. Rory's not even first. He's second. He's second. Scotty's first, of course. And so it just baffles me that the tour's got this. You would think like, hey, there's 70 top 70 golfers in points that are going to be there. All 70 but him are going to be there.
Oh,
Yes, it's like
that's
that. It's like that. He's the only one. Due to rest, he didn't play there. He didn't play well there. Years
where are they playing?
recent. TPC Southwind in Memphis, Tennessee. It's the
Okay,
St. Jude Classic. Um, and no, Roy does not play. He hadn't fared well there in his history of playing there. But that didn't matter. So what?
that'd be like people getting invited to the Masters and not going because they don't do well at Augusta.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, already players play bad at Augusta for a few years and they figure out what's up, start taking care of the course. TPC Southwind is not that crazy hard of a course in terms of what they play.
yeah,
For you and I, yes, it'd be a very difficult course.
but for your
Any
pro
TPC,
golfers
yeah.
that's competing for $25 million,
And if you for Rory McIlroy,
who just won the Masters this year,
yeah, and he's fared well in some other tournaments too. So
yeah,
yeah, I just don't understand how the tour allows it. They missed this. They didn't have a rule in place because they just never thought. I just don't think they ever thought something like this would ever happen.
I wonder if they're just letting it slide because he's one of their top guys. Worried that if they come down on him, he could just switch over to live.
So that's not gonna happen.
No, but that could be in their thought process on why they're not.
Dude, Happy Gilmore wouldn't let it. Or Shooter. Shooter ain't with all that. So, nah, he ain't going over there. But I just find it just is frustrating to me as a fan. It would just be a little bit better. Oh, the playoffs. Rory's there.
Scotty and
Yeah.
Rory fighting for first.
Yeah, 1 and 2. Yeah. If Scotty does great, yeah, Rory's done. He's probably not, he's going to have to win the next week, and Scotty's going to have to come nowhere near the top.
Yeah, which the likelihood of that happening very slim.
but it's not a. They're playing for money, and that's it. It's only money. It's not a major.
No.
It's not. We don't look back and go, "Oh, Tiger's got this many FedEx Cups." No, no one says that. No one says that about any golfer, unless that's all they've done.
Yeah.
Like Bill Haas from Greenville, he's won the FedEx Cup in 2010. It was cool. He went to Wake
That
Forest.
is kind of cool.
Bill, yeah, he won the FedEx Cup. So that's he hasn't won like a major championship. So whenever people speak on Bill Haas's golf career, they go to that. He also hit a shot out of water, out of literal water, to get up and down for par to save
Oh,
to win. Yeah, that's one. Yeah, that's pretty freaking cool. But forgot about that. But that's what people talk about when they talk about Bill Haas. But like we don't talk about when we're talking about Rory McIlroy. We're not going to look back at that. So
no.
Rory knows that, and then it's not for a green jacket. It's not for a British Open or the Open or however y'all want to call it. We all know what you're talking about. So I
Yeah.
don't see what the big argument is, anyways. Um, but anyways, anything you want to say about that,
Honestly, I was just waiting to move on to the NFL ESPN deals that's been going
dude?
on the past few days.
Thank you for reminding me. As I'm sitting here with a Panthers shirt on, insane work. ESPN's on something crazy.
Oh yeah, they're
The
they're
tr-
making moves,
they basically
take
just made
over. They want to be the head of anything sports.
yes, and they take that worldwide leader in sports seriously because they sold 10% of their company basically or equity and gave it to the NFL in trade for NFL Network and NFL Red Zone,
And while we don't ever talk about this, they did also just acquire WWE.
which is yeah, well, a huge acquisition. Roger Goodell hinted a little bit just as recent as today that there could be something like a college red zone, college
Which
football
would
red
be
zone.
insane.
Whatever the ticket is for that ESPN premium, whatever, August 21st, they're coming out with something crazy. And whatever it is, it just might be worth it with all that they're doing here recently.
Yeah.
Not really a WWE
Yeah.
guy. Yeah, however many W's there are. Not
I
talking
was as a
websites.
kid. Yeah,
Whereas
I definitely was a kid, but I hadn't paid
still,
any
yeah,
attention.
it's a big deal. Like,
Yeah,
hmm
that's a big earner.
yeah, McAfee's big with WWE, and he's already with ESPN.
Yeah.
They're getting Rich Eisen, which is a big talk show guy that they used to have, like kind of like a Colin Cowherd. Just a big name in the sports radio industry. They're getting him back. They're doing a lot of big things, and so it'll be interesting to see. I think it might be worth it. At first, I'm like, "There's no way I'm paying that." It's like $200. I'm like,
Yeah.
"There's no way I'm about to pay that." But then now they're starting to make moves. I'm like,
I might have to.
they drop a college football red zone. It's a wrap, dude. It's a wrap. That's all. That I don't even care. I'll watch wrestling, whatever. But if they drop a college football red zone, then I've got to get whatever it is, whatever it's on, however much it is. They better have Klarna.
Klarna's crazy.
I'll Klarna that thing. I don't care. Shout out Klarna.
I mean, realistically, you said, I think when we talked about it, it was what, 200 for the year?
Yeah, it's not bad, realistically.
Yeah, because I mean,
With how much like it is for like red
like
zone.
YouTube TV and stuff too. Like
hmm
YouTube TV alone is like $75 a month.
hmm Right, right,
So
right. And
like,
then
and
like,
2 3 months alone, you've already
I
pretty much
mean,
paid
you're
for it.
looking at like $1,000 last year to watch every NFL game
Yeah,
with different packages, this, that, and third. You got to have Peacock for a game here. You got to have YouTube TV for a game there. Got to have Amazon Prime for the Thursday night games. Don't
Yep.
forget about that. And then
So to have
ESPN.
it all in one
Yeah.
place, I mean, it honestly might be worth it.
Yeah, now I don't know what that will entail and if they'll take like Prime, I'm sure will still have their thing on
Yeah.
Thursdays and stuff, but and NBC I'm sure will still do Sunday night football. They'll have rights. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. I've got it's just they had this is more than we've ever seen.
And they haven't really been dropping
We'll
much
be I
information
mean if
on
we
it
got
yet.
Red Zone, we'll be able to watch game.
Yeah.
Period.
So
Perfect.
realistically, we'll have to wait until the 21st to see what's actually happening.
They got me excited. And that's not too far away.
No, it's what,
So
2.5 weeks or so?
yeah. So
2 weeks.
we might drop another one by then.
We'll definitely have
So
another one
yeah,
coming
yeah, yeah,
up.
dude. Because we'll be them because they might have done something else.
Yeah.
They might the way they're cooking up things. Oh, NFL one day, WWE the next day. Two huge things.
And on top of us recording just for that, again, with college football season coming up, we're diving headfirst back into. We kind of lacked a little bit, but it's college football time, our time.
Back to the roots.
Yep.
Back to the basics. Back to square one.
Considering that our whole entire reason for doing this was college football.
Some rough friendship founded upon college football.
Yeah.
Of course, see this man, all his Clemson stuff. Had to speak up. I had to speak up, but not in a negative way. I was just kind of like, okay. Like, he had to check and see if he knew what he was talking about. All right, that's about it. Yeah,
Here we
yeah,
are, like 3 years
nah,
later.
yeah, nah, that's boom. So that's that.
And with that
And
being said, we're gonna go ahead and call this episode of Wraps. Have this posted up in the next day or so, and record again next week.
yeah, shout out to Dame Lillard doing his thing for the Weber State men's basketball. By the way, shout out to that. Definitely got to mention that.
Oh yeah,
Shout
for
out
sure.
Dame.
But we'll see you guys next time. Do all the social media stuff. Later.